How much weight did you lose, start to finish? What was your weight loss?
I I got down 35 pounds, which was
35
amazing.
pounds.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yeah. It was awesome. Um,
35 pounds. That is incredible.
and you'd be surprised how much that is. Some people will lose a lot more, maybe. I don't know. But that's a lot.
That is a lot.
I feel like 35 pounds is a lot. You carry around a couple pounds of butter. You fill your backpack. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Imagine, and you were carrying around that extra 35 pounds, and now you've
Oh,
shed that, and now you don't have to. You don't
yeah.
have to do that. So, what
Same.
are some of the benefits that you've seen in your life from shedding those 35 pounds?
So I would say things are easier. It's easier. One of the things I've loved, and this is just a personal thing, I I love not worrying about what to wear. And I feel like before I thought a lot more about myself. And I just feel like I'm not worrying about that anymore. I can just move on. I feel like I'm more able to help others, and I spend more time thinking about my kids and what their needs are. I just feel like I'm not I feel like I could spend a lot of mental energy on myself and being frustrated.
Oh, that
So
is,
that's been huge. Other
yeah.
things that are amazing. So maybe I've told you this, but one of the things that just was amazing is my son um, had a brain blood clot in his brain, and he had to be life flighted. And they were like, "Oh, you can't. Nobody gets in." And then when the team came, they were like, "Oh, well, how much do you weigh?" And I had to tell them, and they're like, "Oh, you're good. You
You're
can get
good.
on." Like, oh,
Oh my
that because
goodness.
I thought there was just the football game getting out. I thought it's going to take me. I'm already 2 hours from that hospital.
Oh wow.
And so I was so undone about them not letting me get on. And then they
Yeah,
saw me and said, "Oh, no, you're fine.
you're
You're
fine.
fine. You do have to tell us how much you weigh." So I had to divulge that, but it was great because they were like, "Oh, we have a spot for you." And so
Oh,
stuff like that is a big deal, you know?
well,
You
that
don't
is,
want you don't want something like your health to set you back from being where you need to be with your kids. So I was,
absolutely. Oh my goodness, I
and
gives
that was
me
a big one.
chills. That that is so huge. Oh my goodness, that
I
is
don't know if
unbelievable.
30 pounds, 35 pounds would have tipped me and they wouldn't have let me. I don't know. But I think they're just like no to everybody until the team gets there and then they get to tell people whether or not they get to get on. But
Well,
I
they
didn't
saw
know
you and
there's a
like,
weight limit on those life flights. There
yeah.
is.
Oh
So
my goodness.
you
Well,
just never know.
imagine you not being able to get on there. I mean, that would have been devastating.
Well, my husband, he came too, but he drove. He wasn't with me at the emergency
Yeah.
room. And
Yeah.
so he just took off from our house, but he was in traffic and he was a lot longer
Yeah.
on
Oh my
getting there.
goodness.
So
So
anyway,
both things, you mentioned that when you have your when you're dialed in, right? When your body and you've taken care of yourself, you can then take care of others. You don't have to worry about yourself, and you
well,
can
and
put that
I don't know if I realized how much I was thinking about myself
until you don't have to do it anymore.
until I was just like, oh, it's fine. I can just grab something out of the closet and put it on. And I'm not like, oh, this doesn't fit me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What am I going to
So
do?
less
How
attention
can
on
I
yourself.
alter?
Yeah, you've taken care of yourself, so you can put that focus on others and serve
Yeah.
other people now, and not
Hmm.
have to worry about every little thing with yourself. Man,
Yeah.
that
My
is
son,
life-changing.
yeah, my son, he was really cute when I was really getting going. And he's the one that had the brain bleed. And he's turning 16. He's almost 16, but he does wrestling.
Yeah.
And he was just starting wrestling well, he was into wrestling when I was doing this heavy. It was last spring. So it's almost been a year. Anyway, I was doing push ups and I think I did five. And I hadn't really tried that much to do them on my toes. And I surprised myself.
Yeah.
that I could do them. And he was like, Mom, I'm really proud of you. I felt it was really sweet because your kids notice and they're appreciative of
Yeah.
your efforts. And, it was just fun because, like, I feel like they know that if, you could be older and get it together.
Yeah.
And if I
Yeah.
can, then you certainly can. And so I just felt
Yeah.
like that was fun for me to
Makes you
have
feel
him
good.
notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Make-
have him notice and be proud of me.
Yeah. And what a great example you are of the importance of taking care of yourself.
Oh,
That's
it's a
awesome. That's
lifelong
awesome.
journey, though, right?
Yeah. Very good. So tell me this, if somebody was on the fence about doing the program, what would you tell them?
Um, at the end of the day, you're just going to be glad. It's worth it. Um, and it's worth paying a coach. Don't maybe you have to find and get creative, but if you can figure out how to make that a priority, the coach, I don't know. I'm 45 and when I was younger, I could just lose weight. It wasn't that big of a deal
Yeah.
if I needed to. And I remember getting home from my mission and I was just like, holy cow, I have a problem. And I took a running class and my days were mine and I had time. But now it's like, no, I need somebody that's going to talk me through this. I need somebody that's going to help me figure out my hormones or talk to me about my thyroid or you just need somebody that's going to help you figure it out because your body changes and it just becomes harder to figure out how to get it done. And getting a coach is definitely the deal breaker for me. I would highly recommend it. And it's okay to like worry about it and think about it and be conservative and find ways, but don't not do it. You have to do it.
Sometimes you just need a little bit of guidance, a little bit of help and an outside perspective
Mhm.
and a little bit of accountability. And
Yeah.
a coach can offer that for sure.
Coach, well, and my husband in the past, like between babies, he was always really good to help me, and he's maintained his fitness nicely, and it's been super helpful. He can be really helpful, but I don't know. I was nice to not. I know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
needed somebody else that's like doing this
Yeah.
with a lot of people, and they have all this experience, and they can just coach me. So that's a total, and I love incentives. And sometimes, they'll throw that out to the team and then I have something to work towards or,
Yeah.
some kind of a contest that I think those are really fun. And
Okay.
there's a lot of factors, but I felt like the coaching thing made it for me.
Very good. Well, congratulations, Ginger. I'm super proud
Thank
of you on your journey and congratulations. You did so good.